It ain't about getting in the gym just cause you on TV and in wrestling. You need to get in there just for your own purpose. You keep take care of yourself because all we know is what's happening on the outside. We don't know what's going on the inside.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to take care of yourself, and to take care of the inside.
All right, something else I want to touch on. I just saw this week, too, and it was sad news to hear. Ted DiBiase has made an announcement that he's dealing with some health issues right now. He says, quote, "I'm dealing with this. This is legit. I don't have Alzheimer's and I don't have dementia. But they said, Ted, you have something. We just simply call it severe brain trauma." I said, really? I've only wrestled for almost 20 years, so I'm not surprised that I might have a little brain trauma. But what it affects is my memory. And they say it'll be easier for you to remember something you did 40 or 50 years ago, but something you just did recently, short-term memory, some of that stuff is just going to be bits and pieces. Thoughts on the latest news on Ted DiBiase?
I talked to Ted a few days before superstar Billy Graham's funeral. He called me to read something that he had written about superstar Billy Graham. So we didn't talk about what you were just talking about, but he had a lot of good memories of that. And not for any comparisons of that, but with me, I have great long-term memory. I can remember things from when I was a kid, but remembering to take the garbage out on Monday nights and stuff. Seriously, I mean, there are things that people will tell me a few weeks ago and it's gone. But if you ask me about a show that I did 30 years ago at Jim Crockett Promotions, I can tell you all about it.
And I know Teddy and I, we've talked about memory issues too. I think a lot of us just getting older.
Yeah, I think
you're just getting slower and you're not quite doing as much. So your mind's not as active as it once was.
Y'all speak for yourself. Y'all might be getting older. I'm getting better.
Getting better, but you do have some memory issues as well because you said that to me.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of that stuff we tried, Teddy? It was Prevagen.
Prevagen,
not a sponsor. And it works pretty good, to be honest with you,
Bill. I don't
Bill.
take any of that stuff.
Well, you don't want to because it's like $60 a month to take it, just so you can have a sharper memory. That's okay.
Teddy, who are we talking to? Oh, okay. Go Mac, right.
What?
It's written there. I can remember.
I don't know.
No, but I hope Ted realizes that, all the years that he was in the ring and bumping and all that, it's good that he doesn't have dementia or Alzheimer's disease. This could be a precursor to that, but I really think very highly of him coming out and talking about it personally and putting it out on social media.
Brother, listen, these guys have got to get out and get in the gym and take care of yourself, okay? You got to change them eating habits. Golly, brother, I drank so much alcohol back in the day, I looked like a walking bottle, okay? I did everything under the sun, A to Z. I put everything in my body, I guess, I probably couldn't get nothing else in there, but you have to come to reality and come to your senses. It ain't about getting in the gym just because you on TV and in wrestling. You need to get in there just for your own purpose. You keep take care of yourself because all we know is what's happening on the outside. We don't know what's going on the inside.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to take care of yourself, and to take care of the inside. And we must understand this: as long as we're alive, then God has us here for a purpose. So let's try to help him out by going to the gym and taking care of yourself. He can't do it all. You got to help him.
Yeah, and I certainly hope that, Bill, you were talking about a precursor possibly to other things down the line. I hope that's not the case. Just to be transparent, I had a father who passed away of Alzheimer's dementia, and it is not a fun thing to watch. It was very tough, and it affects more than just the person who has it. That's what drove me into a deep depression many years ago, was my father's death and having to watch him go through that. So I don't wish that on my worst enemy to anyone. It's just a horrible disease.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
All right, real quick, we only got a few more minutes left. There was a show this past weekend. It was Dark Side of the Ring. We talked about Chris Candido and Sunny, or Tammy Sitch. Bill, I know you were good friends with Tammy Sitch.
Very close with both of them, she and Chris.
Can you tell me a little bit about, I'm curious, you had to have seen her go from that sweet little girl that she started out to be to become where she just got kind of lost?
Yeah. I was there during when she first when she and Chris were together, and she used to shoot pictures for me down at Smoky Mountain Wrestling before she
I didn't
was
know
actually.
that.
Yeah, she was one of the photographers, along with Jim Cornette back in Memphis, Paul Heyman in New York. And I did see her go from that sweet kid and keep getting involved in the business. And eventually, just like a lot of the guys and girls in the business of that, almost, I call it the rock and roll era time, she became, a person who was enjoying the good life of drinking and whatever else. And it changed her whole life. She always called me Uncle Willie, as did Chris. And I considered him like a nephew. I was actually taped for that show, but I didn't make the final cut. There is a video. There's a video online. If you put in Bill Apter versus Chris Candido of he and I in an empty arena at the Meadowlands with me doing putting him in the figure 4 leg lock. It's a lot of fun. We were very close.
Did you ever talk to Tammy about her issues? I mean, did you ever, or did you just stay away from personal matters?
No, I stayed away from it.